Training camp is going really well. I started the camp pretty much beginning of October, and it's been an amazing camp. No injuries, everything goes really smooth. I have great training partner, great coach, so everything is good. In my UFC debut, it's what I've been waiting for a long time, and what I'm excited the most is represent my country, Belgium, for the very first time inside the UFC. So I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna represent Belgium, Lebanon, and USA, man. I'm proud of where I'm from, and I'm proud to where I am right now, and I can I try to represent everybody. A year off, fortunately due to injuries, but I'm a positive guy. I keep my mind focused, and even though I was injured, I was always thinking about my training, thinking about going back to the gym, thinking about when my next fight would be. So I kept my focus on all the time, and I just couldn't wait to get back in there. So ring rust, I don't think so, because I'm before I got injured, I was always training at the gym. I wasn't sitting at home, and even though when I was injured, I was training the as much as I could. So I'm training my butt off for this fight, and I don't think the ring rust is going to be an issue. It means a lot to be the last Strikeforce champion. For me, when I fought Nate Marquardt, what was really important to me was to beat Nate more than actually winning the title, because I wanted to, I respected a lot Nate, and I wanted to beat somebody like him. I wanted to be able to prove that I'm able to compete at that level, compete against guys at Nate's level, and winning the title was really exciting. Was one of my goals when I was at Strikeforce. So it was amazing to reach that goal, and also I'm the first Belgian fighter who ever won a major MMA title. So it's ice on the cake. So it was really exciting. The Belgian media, as far as my first UFC fight, is getting a little bit better. I have a little bit more exposure back home, but MMA is not as big as here in the US, unfortunately. So I'm trying to bring MMA a little bit more on the Belgium scene, but it's kind of hard because the people are not as open-minded as here in the US. So it's going to take some time, but I have to be patient, I guess.
Would you say that's the biggest difference between living here and then Belgium? People here are more open-minded?
Yeah, I would say that living here, as a professional athlete overall, whatever sport you do, it's easier to live here in the U.S. You have more opportunities. People are, trying to help you out to build your career, and it's just, that's also one of the reasons why I came here. Because there's more opportunities. You can live through your career. In Belgium, you can make a living of your sport if you do soccer, maybe a little bit basketball, but that stuff's there. As a martial arts or competitive sport, it's kind of hard. So USA definitely is the best place. I got the nickname the Sponge because my former coach back in Belgium at the time, every time he would taught me a technique, I would be able to replicate it really fast. So he said I was like a sponge. I would absorb the technique, the learning really fast. And so he said, I'm gonna call you the sponge now. Basically, I start with Taekwondo, and I don't know why, but my legs were pretty flexible at that time. And don't ask me why. I don't know. It was just natural, I guess. And so I really liked Taekwondo, but then it wasn't enough competition for me because I wanted to compete in martial arts. So I turned into karate, and the karate style that I was training at was MMA oriented. So it wasn't just striking. We train in judo, train in wrestling, train in jiu-jitsu. So I was already training a little bit all those areas. And so I was in the mix already, but my strong point was more stand up at that time. Yes, I guess the martial arts that was the hardest for me was wrestling, I don't know if you call it martial arts, but it's still a. When I came here in training here at Team Quest the very first time was really hard. I trained with the Olympic wrestler and Division One wrestler. I got thrown around every day, and it was really hard in the beginning. But I was able to pick it up, and I can deal a little bit more with the wrestling. Training with Dan, it's been amazing, man. Dan is an amazing person inside and outside of the gym. He has helped me and believed in me from the very beginning. You know, and I believe I wouldn't be where I'm at today without Dan. He always tried to push me, always tried to help me. I'm really thankful to have him by my side because he brought me a lot to me and my family as well. So it's been amazing. Having my family by my side is, especially my wife. She's a strong support. We left everything together. We left Belgium together. We packed our bag together, and we came here without money. And we kind of struggled together. We built my career together, and now we are today. We have a son together, and we have a baby girl on the way as well. And she's been a really big support for my career. She helped me out a lot in my downtime and in my uptime. And I believe she, my family and she, they helped me out a lot. But I want to. The reason why I'm fighting is not because of my family. I make money for my family. The reason why I compete and I fight is for myself, and will always be. Because I believe that if you only fight for your family, I don't think it's the right reason. I believe that if you fight, I fight to make money, but also enjoy what I do. I enjoy training. I enjoy, competing, fighting, and everything. But my family is definitely a strong support, and I always have them by my side, and that's really important to me. When I was in Strikeforce, my long-term goal was to win the belt, be the first Belgian to ever win a major MMA organization title belt. And now that I'm in the UFC, my short-term goal was to be the first Belgian UFC fighter to go inside the UFC and to win inside the UFC. I don't want to go inside the UFC and say, oh, I fought in the UFC, whatever performance I had, win or lose. No, I want to go inside the UFC, put on a good performance, represent my country, and win inside the UFC. That's what's important to me. That's what motivates me. And then as far as the long-term goal, obviously I'm not gonna lie. I think that we are all in there for one reason, is to get the belt, to get that shot at the title and win that title. And so definitely that's something that in the long term I would love to do. Check out TitoCruiser.com.